It's 7:15, main up, time to head off. Southwester down Hauraki Gulf, Breamhead, Cape Colville. Let's have a look at today's forecast now. We should have some cell phone reception for the sea area, Breamhead to the Poor Knights Island to the Bay of Islands. So from left to right, there's Home Point in the distance, then there's the south headland of Whangamumu, and then the north headland of Whangamumu. Looks like we've now got enough wind to sail. Fairly much on a run at the moment, but once we get past that reef on the port side, we should be able to harden up to a broad reach. I decided to jibe downwind. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd put the Jenica up, but I'm sure the wind will all be different once we get to Cape Brett, and that's only about half an hour away. And there's Piercy Island, or Hole in the Rock Island. That looks like a McGregor motor trailer sailor, i.e. a slow trailer sailor with a really big outboard on the back. There's Cape Brett Light, and then Hole in the Rock or Piercy Island, which I still maintain looks like a mammoth. I think the current plan will be just to carry on this course and go reasonably wide and hopefully keep some wind. And at the moment I'm planning on just carrying on past the Bay of Islands and heading north to about Mahinepua, which is just past the Cavalli Islands. So there is the Hole in the Rock, and I'd like to remind everyone that we took Travelling Light through there, and she had about 12 metres of air height, and I'm really not I'm going to try the same thing with CATMANTOO. See, it does look like a mammoth. Right, let's turn down the response. Can you just see the Cavalli Islands in the distance? Just by that runabout. Here we have the Bay of Islands, and it carries on around to Cape Wee-Wiki, which is over there. The largest bit in front of us is Mahinepua Island, so as you can see, red head. Cape Wee-Wiki is over there, and eventually we'll be getting here to the Cavallis. I'm hoping that the current, norwesterly I suppose, will bend around as the what should be prevailing southwesterly stops bending around Cape Brett. So at the moment we're on a very close reach. I have the lures out. That alarm is just telling me that the wind is changing as we're on a wind vane course at the moment. So as expected, the wind is clocking around more towards the west. The wind has finally moved enough that we can fairly much lay where I want to go, but only time will tell if it stays like that. We're finally able to lay the Cavalli Passage. Hope it keeps up. That's a big Cavalli Island being the main bit in front of us. We're still just a fraction off close hauled at the moment. Well, here's our course. Since about here we've been sailing on wind vane mode, just a fraction off close hauled. So you can see that it's been varying a bit, and gradually the wind's bending, allowing us to head in the right direction. I'm now going to see if we can actually just steer to the waypoint. So hopefully we can ease off to fraction. Breeze is still a bit up and down, but very pleasant. So we've got sort of a close reach at the moment, quite a few boats heading north from the bay. Cape Wee Wiki there on the left with 9 Cove Island. There's a couple of boats out here that we've passed. No fish yet, so 2 trailing lures on shot cord and my best rod further out the back. I've turned the sensitivity autopilot down to 1, so it does tend to wander a bit, but we are going to head through the Cavalli Passage here and then up into there, which is Mahinepua, for New Year's Eve. The wind is being a bit frustrating, but that's Big Cavalli Island, and then that one with the bumpy bits on top, Step Island. So we pass with that to starboard, and then we're in the Cavalli Passage. There's some wee islands and a couple of rocks to miss, and we're about an hour away. So much for a nice reach, but we'll get there. So there's Step Island. Between Step Island and Big Cavalli Island is quite foul. There is a passage through, but not needed today. Well, no longer had I said that, we've had to go to hard close haul, and hopefully we'll make it. So, from right to left this time, the small islands, islets and rocks off the east side of Big Cavalli Island. Big Cavalli Island is now disappearing behind Step Island. And then we have 2 small islands and then a gap into the Cavalli Passage, and then straight ahead is Mahinepua Bay. We can see Big Cavalli Island now past the north end of Step Island, and here's some of the other islands. You can go between the one with the beach and the next one, but we're going to go around the far side, the next one on the mainland side. There's still a couple of sunken rocks to avoid. There's Mahinepua Bay, big motor camp. Now we're going to head past the headland down there and then turning to port by the sail in front is Flat Island. Used to have big stands of pine trees on it, but they have been knocked down now. We're looking into Home Bay on Big Cavalli Island, and the next bay over is, I think from memory, Waititi Bay. Looks like we might lose the wind up ahead. Always give us a chance to charge the batteries. Here's the north end of Cavalli Island and the island's off its coast. I put the jib away about it briefly, but we have a bit of a breeze, but we'll be going straight into it around the upcoming corner, so I just got the main up at the moment. And here's the upcoming corner. Mahinepua dead ahead-ish. Probably best to distance rock. There's a lot of rocks around here. They're all charted though. The idea was to get a bit of breeze as well, so we seem to be winning on that front. I thought that there was a jet ski, but it's the noisiest halyard winch I've ever heard. Electric, of course. Now he's stopped, which is a shame. I think this is the one we passed well before Cavalli's. I think he must have gone round the outside. Nice looking boat.